So you finally shaved off the mustache, huh? What prompted that?
Well, honestly, I looked at myself in the mirror one day and I thought, I don't remember what my face looks like underneath all this facial hair, so I shaved it all up. And decided I needed to take a break. I was getting really itchy too. Some girls like it. It'll be back.
It's for the garbage. He loves it. He loves the garbage.
What's another good kind? It's like one of your best. Can I try this last hibiscus? Well, the hibiscus flower is often used to flavor foods, and it is, I think, both in the glaze and actually on the glaze with this particular donut.
Wow.
Now, speaking to someone who had been here before, they said that this is like one of the donuts this place is very famous for. The hibiscus donut. You seem really afraid of this donut. I have a good experience with hibiscus, though. My friends down in Alabama make their own ice cream from time to time. One time a friend of mine made ice cream with hibiscus in it that was pretty good. Alright, I'm going to dive right in.
Okay, go ahead.
I really like the texture of that too.
Yeah.
That's probably the best donut I've had so far in this town. It looks like they probably make them as they go. There's not a lot of space there in general, for a whole huge batch of donuts. Just amazingly creative stuff that's going on here. A lot of cool stuff. This is red velvet shake donut. It's got a really heavy crumb.
Thank you.
And then this is like going to be an old-fashioned cake donut.
Red velvet in general is really good.
I'm not a fan.
No?
I like it better like this than I do as a cake, actually. For some reason, it's usually too sweet as a cake for me.
Yeah.
I guess maybe I'm trying to get into a state of mind where I can do something. I don't know why, but it's difficult for me. Like, it feels very natural to like look at paintings or watch a movie or read a book and let it change the way I think and let it change my life and be enthralled by it completely. But actually trying to say something or like become part of a conversation by making some movie or writing some story or poem or something. I mean, like, I've written a little, so I guess writing would be the thing that I feel most comfortable with, but I've written some poetry, bad poetry, maybe one or two decent poems. There's only one poem from the poems that I have from back when I wrote poetry that I actually like, and it's like the most fragmentary. I made it by like I set a constraint the poem would have as many lines as there were pages of this one short story. And I was going to compose each line by taking words off the pages of the short story, and the lines would go like, the first line came from the first page, but then the second line came from the last page, and it was moving towards the center of the story. I did a lot of stuff like that back when I was writing for creative writing classes.
So the good poem is the poem that came out and it was good by chance?
Maybe a little bit, yeah. I mean, I think that if I ever... I mean, I would never submit it for publication, especially because it's so old now. It doesn't even feel like
You could like rework it.
me, you know? And I like it the way it is, as like a thing of, you know, oh, this was something I did back then. But like, I think I would definitely, showing it to anybody or always tell them like, okay, this, all the words in this came from this story, because it feels very connected to the story in an abstract way. Like it felt like unearthing, you know, lines of psychology underneath the story almost.
The story.
It's just to go from here, San Juan, and actually, you gave me 20, right?
No, I gave you a 10.
10. Oh, sorry. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Jay said you don't know a damn thing about donuts.
I don't.
Howdy.
The choice is 2 girls on from here, it's only one, and yeah.
Cool. Got chocolate and Earl Grey number here. It's just the same. Look at how dense this dough is in the middle. Just get a good shot of the doughy interior.
Can we have this?
Yeah.
I mean, this is really fried bread. Some places, you know, there's all kinds of holes in air. Donuts are much lighter. This is an aptly titled establishment. This is serious dough going on here in this donut. It's really a movie that I know I'm going to be watching a lot of times, or that I want to watch with other people and show other people. You know, like sometimes I'll buy like a movie, but it's rare. The last movie I bought was Paris, Texas.
Have you seen it yet?
I've seen half of it. I knew I wanted it though. Well, I saw half of it. And I was watching it with a friend, and we were in love with it, but we also were really tired and both got sleepy, and we like, for whatever reason, I think, I had been cooking and the thing that I had in the oven needed to come out of the oven. So we like stopped halfway through and ate, and then it was like, well, let's just go hang out on the roof. We're not gonna finish this movie. And then we like swore a pact to not watch the rest of the movie without the other one, and the pact remains open. And it's been like 2 months now. So I'm about to cave. I'm really about to cave. I want to see the rest of the movie. Once you go somewhere with a really good pizza crust, it's hard to, you know, the only kind of cheap pizza that I can actually consume and not hate life about is pizza that doesn't even attempt to make a good crust, you know? Like, for example, Two Bros. It's all just like chewy cheese and an herby, tomatoey sauce.
Who knows until it's made in about 3
don't
minutes flat.
Give a living crap about their crust. Their crust is just, you know, a vehicle to put this other stuff on. And it's cheap and it gets the job done. What bothers me are places like, for example, there's a place close to my home, Lenny's. Their crust is just abysmal. It's not worth anything, you know? I mean, they charge $2.50 for a slice of cheese there. And that's, you know, more than twice as much as a slice of cheese at Two Brothers. And I mean, it's better, kind of. The cheese is of better quality, the sauce is a little better, but the crust is the same soggy crap. There's just nothing that great about it.
Have you tried Z Pizza on Bleecker? Now that it's dollar.
I don't make it to Bleecker that often.
It's dollar pizza and it's organic.
This is your Prospect Avenue stop, and this is like 25th Street, right? And it's like kind of around there. But it's closer to 25th Street, but if you know, you can get off at Prospect Avenue, walk up to 5th, and then just walk down. And it's, yeah. It's brilliant. I mean, I'm sure that there are like 10 other pizza places that good. I mean, it's New York City after all. It's the best one in my neighborhood.
It's true. Like I heard your commercial for it. It was awesome.
Yeah. Well,
so yeah,
check it out.
Like if someone's gonna be that passionate about a pizza place, I feel like I get that right.
It's worth the journey. Try the Sicilian and the fresh mozzarella, and the try all of it. But the Sicilian, the fresh mozzarella, and the grandma slice are the three that.
Just found myself eating over and over. Wrong. Prospect Park. That's my spell check.
Spell checks,
yeah. 20 around 25th.
Yeah, but like around 22nd, 23rd is exactly where it is.
Okay.
It's near a laundromat and a taco stand and stuff.
I bet you it's like something.
Yeah, it's around. It's on Yelp.
Okay.
But alright. So we have the chai cream right here.
It's like a very subtle donut.
And now, riffing on earlier donut ventures, another thing to point out is that this place, continuing to live up to its name, only makes dough, like yeast donuts, basically. Donuts where you like make a dough rising with yeast. There are no cake donuts here. They do not do cake donuts. And I like that. I kind of prefer yeast donuts, to be honest. So I'm gonna cut this open. Did you hear what that guy just said? It's a crazy looking donut. And here we have a shot of the chai cream. Look at that. It's beautiful.
Looks glorious.
It is glorious. It's delicious. Like there was one night where we were in the Steak and Shake, eating our steak burgers or whatever, and there was like a counter at this Steak and Shake, and there was like a cop sitting at a table, and like the guy at the counter splits, books it out the front door, leaps into his car, screeches tires out of the parking lot. The cop, hot on his heels, leaps out and then screeches his tires to try and catch the guy. I mean, it was like just this sudden burst of event.
So wait,
happening in the Steak and Shake.
he ran out because the cop came in? Or was the cop already sitting there and then he just noticed and was like, oh?
I don't know exactly. My memory is iffy on this, but...
Because you probably caught it.
My guess would be one of two situations. I believe that the cop came in after when the guy was already there.
Right.
It's possible that the guy...
It also seems possible that the cop didn't even know that the guy was up to, or what the guy was up to. You know, the guy just sat there quietly.
The cop just knew that the guy had walked out on his bill. But at the same time, something about the way the event worked made me think that the cop was kind of tracking the guy. It's hard to say.
Look at this jelly. This jelly process.
That is homemade jelly.
Yeah.
I feel like it's more the reaction of like guys are a lot more likely, I think, to, if they realize that a person they're interacting with is interested in them romantically and they're not really feeling it. Guys are a lot more likely to just kind of play out the string, you know? Whereas girls are a lot more likely to be like cut off contact and like try and end it before it gets to be trouble, you know?
I think it's security. Like insecurity.
I'm not able to just be friends and that I'm going to be interested in her if I hang out with her, but it's also like we're not dating and we don't need to be dating and she's not interested in dating anyway, but it would be a bad idea if we ever did. So, you know, it's just kind of...
It would be a bad idea?
It would be a bad idea, yeah. It would be a lot of trouble. Most definitely.
Like what kind of trouble?
Usually with love comes sex, and sex makes me so crazy. Like times in my life when I'm getting laid are like great, but at the same time like I'm crazier by a lot. I don't know what it is. No, it's just sort of a general. It's not like after... Huh?
Like animal crazy?
No, just sort of... just in general, maybe like my behavior is a little more deranged. I'm become more erratic in my moods and just everything. It affects all parts of my life.
That sucks. I heard that happens.
It's kind of fun though. It's kind of great actually.
I feel like I'm not taking care of myself. If I feel like I'm not taking care of myself, then I can't do anything.
And then psychologically that sort of recedes into the creative process.
And so I have to have this whole framework of eating well and eating healthy to be able to do anything.
I mean, I'd like to be able to say that, but I just feel like
it's different for everybody.
Yeah, frugality seems more important. It always
Everybody
has.
gets their sense of self-worth from different things.
Yeah.
No one way is intrinsically better than the other, you know?
Okay, here's a question. How much do you think you spend on groceries per month?
I don't know.
Roughly.
A lot.
More than 100?
Yeah.
Yeah? Less than 200?
Just groceries or like the food that I eat for a whole month?
Everything. I mean, every time you eat out, every time you buy an apple and when you pass by a cart, every time you get groceries.
A lot of money.
More than 200?
Yes.
Wow. You gotta remember, I spend $20 a month on food. That's it.
I mean,
I have rice and noodles, some milk, you know.
I could save a lot more money on food. I absolutely could. You know, part of it's a will thing.
And you've also got variety.
I don't. It takes a lot of will to eat with variety and eat healthily and still eat good food at the same time. And the whole time you're doing all of that, thinking through all of that, you know, I need to get some vegetables, I need to get some fruit, I need to get this, I need to get that. To be thinking at the same time of how can I do all of this and save money? I mean, being able to do all of that at once is what the goal is. You know, like I'm learning as I go in New York. But
yeah, I mean, it might.
I'm just lucky that I can afford to eat the way I do.
Yeah.
Like, I'm very poor right now.
Yeah, I mean, my food pyramid is severely lacking, you know. I mean, I basically just have grains, and sometimes I get an apple, you know, or a banana. A lot of sodium intake. A lot of sodium intake from shitty cans of soup, that sort of thing. I mean, I do not put frugality over health, I think.
Well, I mean, it is, but it's also just in general, it's almost like, you know, just sleeping with someone on a regular basis, it's almost as chemicals in your head, it does something to you psychologically, like sleeping next to another person, all these things. It's like some combination of biology and psychology that just makes me, I guess, has an unpredictable effect on my personality, you know? Like I feel much more calm and in control of myself when dating sites. And like being in love and actually having a deep emotional attachment, or whether it's just like a kind of a hooking up kind of thing, and either way, it's like love is one kind of crazy, but then sex is a different kind of crazy. But when the two are together, then it's, you know, it's almost unbearable, right? And then at some point in the future, those things will be gone, and then I'll know. Took a lot for granted when I left in the South. Where did you grow up? Did you grow up here? Virginia Beach. You said that. I forgot. For school.
Yeah.
Art.
Yeah.
Painting.
Can we smoke a cigarette?
Yeah.
Okay. Save it for later.
Awesome. Beautifully straight piercings. Bro, get a close shot in the middle of this. Look at the beauty. This is like John Travolta's hand-rolled cigarette in Pulp Fiction. Like, it's like a pro fucking job.
About love and renewal. I don't think I would ever want what I want. Want some of that.
I had watched that movie Breathless.
Okay, so that's definitely.
And, you know, he smokes constantly in that movie.
Yeah.
Would like light his next cigarette with the embers of the first cigarette before it, or whatever. And, you know, I was like 18 and I thought that was cool. I got very sick. Haven't really experimented much with chain smoking since then. Oh yeah. Go to Breathless, right? You ever see Breathless? Jean-Luc Godard, the movie Breathless. Oh,
I've never seen a Godard.
Christine. Yeah, I actually have that. What do you think, Carlos? Should we watch Breathless with Christine sometime?
Yeah, sure, why not? I haven't seen it in ages.
Yeah, it would be a good thing for Carlo too. He hasn't seen it forever.
Oh, good. What are you guys doing tonight?
I don't know.
I gotta work tomorrow though, so I can't stay out too late.
I was lucky with foggy glasses. I actually got lost.
I guess that's why you work on.
depressing 4th of July. Well, I ended up going to this work party, and it was just, you know, strand parties can be great for a while, but then they usually go bad. Strand party tomorrow night.
There's a couple lines that really stood out. One was college equals 200 people all reading one book, and the other was don't just do what you want, do so many things that no one will know what you're gonna do next.
Yeah, that's
that,
perfect.
I love that. I mean, that, you know, is my state of mind to it. You know?
Yeah.
That's his attitude. That's great.
Bands that I really like Sonic Youth a lot.
The beer keeps fucking like and then splattering on my nose. It's
Maybe your mustache is gravitational pull.
Man, I'm so glad that I've grown this mustache out not in the deep winter, but now, because as bushy as it is now, like a couple days ago it was kind of cold, and there's so much condensation from breathing, exhaling through my nose that the mustache gets like swampy, and it's just no good for anyone present. Yeah. I'm growing out a beard again though. I'm just gonna have a beard with an enormous mustache on top.
Yeah, I clearly stopped caring about shape at that point.
Yeah.
Stress has what to do with that. I'm just not even bothered.
So are you gonna take Momiji with you?
I thought about that.
Yeah, it feels like your synapses just don't link right. Yeah, I don't get headaches either. More like all of reality becomes gradually more and more unreal. I'm just like my father. The only way we know how to live is with a head full of coffee all the time. Just
Don't do that.
I'm just delighted. Carlo been to my apartment before, right?
No, this is my first time. Yeah.
Oh man, it's great.
Yeah, right?
Well, the apartment itself is underwhelming, but the rooftop, I haven't seen a better rooftop. Nathan's is better for space, but it's really not better than mine. I mean, I'm trying to be as objective as I can right now. Like just the combination of space and view. No one I know has a better rooftop. I'm sure that better rooftop views exist. Look, it's killer. It's cool. tiger. It's currently I guess you could. I don't know. Maybe better than walking on the street, actually.
What floor are you on?
I don't want you to walk up. I would feel terrible.
Is it 4th floor?
It's a long walk. It's a steep walk up.
I'll just love it.
I don't doubt your strength. I just would feel bad about it. Bringing it all back to the stairs. Just slide it to itself like that?
Yeah. I'll get to a chair. That's fine.
Oh shit.
People. Someday in the future, we're gonna be the United States of Apple.
USA.
And
I'm so upset.
you will live in the Confederate States of Gates.
We'll flee the
Gates. Oh, so there'll be a civil war.
Yeah, there will be a civil war, a bloodless civil war that will end with no one winning. The Confederate States of Bill Gates will secede. And the United States of Apple won't give a fuck because they own the majority share of the market. What should we listen to, everyone?
Go with what you feel like. I don't really care.
Go with what I feel like.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want that.
It doesn't matter what I want.
Oh, word. I can play... I'll just play the whole Sharon Van Etten record. No? That's too much? It's only half an hour.
Just a fave.
Just the fave? Can I play two?
Yeah, it's fine.
Back to back?
I don't think that's solid enough.
I guess it's not close enough. It's just here.
There you go.
I think that's the Le Hotel Bleu. It's like this hotel, this like French hotel along 4th Avenue.
Where's the museum?
Huh?
Where's the Brooklyn Museum?
Brooklyn Museum. I don't know. I don't know. I have an embarrassingly poor knowledge of where different buildings are and the names of buildings.
Did you make that up? Is that really what it's called?
I think that is actually Le Hotel Bleu. I didn't make that up, but... Tomorrow's free day at the Brooklyn Botanical Gardens.
What is that? What time is that place open?
I don't know. Probably not too early.
Wait, what direction is that place?
Brooklyn Botanical Gardens? That way.
Is it that dark tree area?
Well, there's no trees that way in the park. And the Botanical Gardens are far that way in the park.
What's that building over there?
I don't know.
Context, which is it's showing this. It's showing how sudden and insane the plunge from like a bourgeois existence to abject poverty is, and it's like this woman and her dog, and they both seem reasonably healthy. You know, they don't seem dirty or underfed. They seem like, you know. They don't look like anyone who's been poor for long. And her clothes are not like ragged, torn down clothes. You know, it's like the clothes of someone who was able to eke out a reasonably comfortable existence at one point, you know. But now, you know, she doesn't have a job. And she's just got her car, and her car is breaking down, and she's running out of money, and like part of it too is it's, I don't know, there's just a purity to the way that the story is told.
It's like this venue that's like a reason, like it would be, you know, maybe a little bit like, okay, what's a venue that I can compare it to here? Like, you know, Bowery Ballroom?
No.
I'll play that mixtape. Yeah, man. TV on the radio was so good there. They played a hell of a show.
Have you heard of Help?
Ode to joy. We shall have everything we want.
Yeah.
There be no more dying. Any plans or supplications. For our simple will acknowledge all the materialistic life.
This is a Frank O'Hara poem
The streets will be filled with
that
photographs of murderers.
the girl who made this for me, like, we hooked up for a brief while, but we were friends before, and then we got to be better friends after, and like,
As water flows downhill into the full-lipped basin, the adder dives for the ultimate ostrich egg. The feather cushion.
I read this poem to her one night. It was an anthology that I had.
Sweetness of the grave of love. No more dying. We shall see the grave of love, a lovely sight and temporary, near the elm that spells the lover's words and moves. There'll be no more music but the ears and lips, no more wit but tongues and ears, and no more.
I could be wrong. Basing that mostly on my memories of cooking squash. Seeds grown with basil, it's like a companion plant deal. Like something about.
Intense basil.
Yeah, right? Something about the basil that he grew, like the. Just basil in general, really. Like if you grow it next to tomatoes, then it like will fend off. It will fend off like natural pests of tomatoes. The basil. Okay, a friend of mine told me about companion planting a lot one time, and like there's just all these natural combinations of herbs and vegetables. Like it's just part of the collective bargaining agreement. But we're done with the union racism prior agreement, so it's gonna have to be renegotiated. We'll see how that goes.
Oh, for everybody?
Yeah, I don't know what the whole deal is. I don't know where it's at right now.
You got it at tattoo place over there sometimes.
Do you have tattoos?
I have a shitty little tattoo here. My friend and David sent me. And then I just kind of got dizzy and was passed out. Yeah. But it worked out though.
Many of the employees saying, fuck this. Do you want to use the bathroom before you go?
You staying up here?
I'll catch up.
There's a reason that you saw whatever. And there's this thing of the coyote. And he informed me that in Native American traditions, the coyote dispenses wisdom through jokes. And I was like, that's me.
Yeah.
That's what yeah. And
it's perfect.
It is, and I like was blown away. And there were other awesome things. I laid back and like the stars were telling jokes.
Yeah.
Like, and I laid back and was just hysterically laughing at the star.
Yeah.
It was as if this constellation was playing like a little music.
Right.
Like they were taking turns lighting up as I was watching them.
Yeah.
And it was just the funniest thing I'd ever heard. It was hilarious. And true.
Okay.
You know, like whatever they were saying was like a fundamental truth.